Hey guys, what's up? It's the Slurpee Maker.
The current competition trends, if you haven't realized, has to do with the equality syndrome. Now, this is a syndrome because we know that many groups of people throughout the world, they express their interests freely through freedom of expression and come across as being more dominant and on top of you because they are freely expressing their interest that co-align with majority votes. In this case, we have the whole majority feminist ideal saying that they could achieve their goals and still pursue their agenda while they hammer away at masculinity, like having the aggression to have sex with someone. The other side of this is that the U.S. military and the U.S. superpower throughout the world is in a position to tell everyone that they won't be getting anything or any sums from, or any sort of get sums, if they don't follow this whole perception of allowing women to work in the workplace. This is including that they have a gentler attitude as men who come across to women who want to have sexual intercourse, and that sort of position of being gentler, unlike the aggressive masculinity that men perceive to have a better foundation from the old world before feminism has taken over in the social media age, is something that you should look into, because ultimately it all looks like that the gentle idea is someone that is more perceived. There is a whole combination of the porn industry that make it look like that if you do have this whole idea that you should be achieving your get sums by marriage and acquiring women, that you should also perceive how many people and women look into the porn industry of your particular race, and that isn't so many. That is because of the crime rates and his partnership with someone who is big and muscular to help control the whole United States agenda of controlling the world. Women throughout the world, in Japan and Asia, I've said that they can work really well in the workplace, and they want to come across as being so predictive and being able to destroy the competition because men have conquered the world and have always used aggression to showcase their skills. But nowadays, if you look into the whole feminist perspective of working in the workplace, is that you have to be gentle, you have to be dogged on, you have to be a doormat, and even if you are becoming a subservient man who allows feminism, you have to be a man in that sort of field. And that field is sort of voted upon and dictated and controlled by women who ultimately don't know what the whole perception of a man should be, because they want their husbands to be unique identifying people. Men who have the whole idea that feminisms are currently doing this with their aggression of feminism are being labeled as homosexual because they aren't really committing to delivering for feminists and women all around the world for their workplace, that they could eventually somehow support the family as well. But we do know that feminists throughout the world, they'd rather have two working salaries, and those two working salaries have to fit into the feminist idea. And if you are a masculinist and you have this idea that men should continue the way they should continue and women should create their new creations of working in the workplace to not really assimilate but have the mind expansion to create their own and be respected, that is something that is a huge problem for feminism, because feminist ideals are ultimately to become the president of the United States of America and have access to the strongest military. So you would be identified as gay for knowing that, or homosexual for knowing that women want to be the president of the United States, and you are well aware of that whole situation. It's not to say that women aren't a part of the competition. Well, they are. We all agreed and accepted it, that they would be helping the economy. But it is the identifying belief that he is now homosexual because he doesn't listen to women and what they want, and wants to pursue his masculine agenda that could inevitably make him some money, but women all across the world are going to convince other men that they won't be having sexual intercourse that month, that year, if they don't listen to making sure that this whole new masculine idea has come across of as something that it should be detested and should be outrightly voted downwards on. Now, the competition here is easily to create a idiosyncrasy or a niche, as I created the Slurpee Maker, and you could also just create a hardworking for temporary gain belief that you are working with these women, but that is the whole game. Can you get enough men and women to believe and create a persona or a niche or idiosyncrasy to build the time and build resources and build buildings around work culture that is surrounding the benefit of feminists at the cost of masculines, because men have been creating society and dominating it for many years and creating the rules in it. this is where the U.S. military and U.S. Policies come in, that you won't be getting any sort of tax relief or any sort of other relief if you do believe this. And women all over the world, including minorities, are convinced that the USA is a good producer of this because they have the belief that the full porn industry and the sex industry in the USA that they market is going to eventually succumb to them, and they will love the Asian market and things like that. So it is a huge problem. Ultimately, if you believe that you are homosexual because you don't really agree with women, you are just in a loophole that women have created, that they are not letting you achieve your goals because you see the money that you could make, but women say that they want the money and they say that they won't give you sexual intercourse for it. And so that is a huge problem that modern competition is all about. And somehow that more gentler attitude of keeping it in that sort of frame where white men are more susceptible with the U.S. military and comfort with their U.S. military, are able to say more gently and talk crap about people, talk crap about the woman's own men and their women's own culture, and achieve sexual intercourse like that because it is gentler, opposed to the more frustrated, more aggressive men who are trying to create economies and markets and wealth in their own nations and in the international markets. But women all over here are just brainwashed by American alien discovery and American interests. So if you agree with me, hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.